Hey guys, this is Hiren Desai from the Study Zone. Today we are going to discuss about the basic mathematics, which is very useful in physics. There are a few concepts of the 11th, 12th mathematics which are useful for 11th and 12th physics. So we'll start with the basic topic of trigonometry. Then we'll discuss vector, calculus, differential calculus, integral calculus, and few concepts of the 8, 9, 10 standard, which are very useful for 11, 12 physics. Okay. Let me save the figure board just a minute. Okay, so far in till 10th standard you have studied trigonometry for right angle triangle only. Suppose this is right angle triangle. Let it be x, let it be y, let it be r, and let this angle be theta. It means so far you dealt with the angle which is less than 90 only, that is acute angle only. But now in 11, 12 you will deal with the angle which is more than 90 also. So what you have studied in 10th standard, we know that cos theta is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse, sin theta is equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse, tan theta equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. We know that sec theta is 1 upon cos theta, cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sin theta, and cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta. This is what you have studied in 10th standard. You along with this, you please write it down also. Then you studied the basic identity, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. If we divide both the sides by cos square theta, then this will become tan square theta. Cos square by cos square will be 1 is equal to sec square theta. If we divide both the side by sine square theta, then it will be 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. This is what you have studied so far. Am I right? These are the basic identity. Now, onwards, what we need in 11, 12 physics, I'm going to discuss with you. Okay. Before going for the next discussion, let us understand, let horizontal line is the x-axis, vertical line is the y-axis. So you all are aware that this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. In first quadrant, x is positive, y is positive, natural. In second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. In third quadrant, both are negative, while in fourth quadrant, x is positive, but y is negative. So if we start measuring angle with x-axis, then this angle will be 90. This angle will be 180. This angle will be 270. And when we finish one complete circle, we'll reach back to x, that is 360 degree. Very much obvious. Now imagine theta is any angle less than 90. Let it be 30. So if I want to represent 60 degree, then it will be in first quadrant. Any angle above 90 is in second quadrant. Any angle above 180 will be in third quadrant. Any angle above 270 will be in a fourth quadrant. Now suppose I want to represent 60 degree and theta is 30. So I can write it as a 90 minus 30, that is 60. Suppose I want to represent 120 degree, that is 90 plus 30. Theta is an acute angle. I want to represent 240 degree, that is 270 degree minus 30 degree. I want to represent 300 degree, that is 270 plus 30 degree. Is it okay, everybody? So any angle in a first quadrant can be represented by 90 minus theta. In second quadrant, it is represented by 90 plus theta. Theta is an acute angle, remember. Third quadrant, any angle can be represented by 270 minus theta. And in fourth quadrant, any angle can be represented by 270 plus theta. See the magic of concept. After 20 minutes, you will be able to have a 72 new formula of trigonometry. Concentrate. And you will never forget in your entire life. Now, you all know what is first quadrant. That is 90 minus theta. What is second quadrant? That is 90 plus theta. Third quadrant, 270 minus theta. Fourth quadrant, 270 plus theta. Now, suppose I want to find sine 90 minus theta, or cos 90 minus theta, or tan 90 minus theta, or cosec 90 minus theta, or sec 90 minus theta, or cot 90 minus theta. Now you have to remember two basic rules. Remember, whenever you have an angle represented by any of these four ways, which four ways? 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta. Then your sine function will get converted into, sine will be converted into cos, and cos will be converted to sine. Your tan will be converted to cot, cot will be converted to tan. Your sec function will be converted to cosec, and your cosec function will be converted to sec. For everything we have approved, but right now we are understanding the application. Is it fine, everybody? So here you can see that all these six angles are represented by 90 minus theta. So sine will be converted to cos. So it will be cos theta, that you have studied in 10th standard. Cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Cosec 90 minus theta is sec theta. Sec 90 minus theta is cosec theta. And cot 90 minus theta is tan theta. So that is rule number one. So what is rule number one? Conversion. And rule number two is of sine. Sine, that is plus or minus, will be as per the quadrant. I'll explain you. Wait. Second rule is sine, that is plus or minus, will be as per the quadrant. Whether that angle is in first quadrant, or in second quadrant, or in third quadrant, or in fourth quadrant. But before understanding this second rule, we should know which functions are plus and which functions are minus in particular quadrant. To understand that, you see this arrangement. I'm drawing that quadrant again. This is x-axis, horizontal line, vertical line is y-axis. We measure angle with x-axis. To understand sine, you have to remember all S, T, C. Remember all STC. All means here in first quadrant, all functions are plus. Sine, cos, sec, cosec, tan, and cot. In second, sine function and its reciprocal. Reciprocal of sine is cosec. These two are plus. So that is all as T for tan. So in third quadrant, tan and cot both are positive. And C for cos. In fourth quadrant, sec and cos are positive. It means rest are negative. For example, in second quadrant, we have sine positive, cosec positive. It means rest 4. Cos, sec, tan, and cot are negative in second quadrant. In third quadrant, sine, cos, sec, and cosec are negative. Tan and cot are positive. In fourth quadrant, cos and sec are positive. Rest 4 are negative. So what you have to remember? All STC. What? All STC. Okay. All S for sine and its reciprocal, that is cosec. T for tan and its reciprocal, that is cot. C for cos and its reciprocal, that is sec. Let us go back to the rule number 2. Here rule is sine will be S for the quadrant. Sine will be S for the quadrant. So here it is in first quadrant. All are positive. So all answer will be positive. These all are plus. So these are 6 formula. I hope it is clear. You have studied this also. Remember, we have to see sine of a left function. I'm explaining it. I am explaining it. Okay. Let me write formula angle again. That is first quadrant 90 minus theta. Second quadrant 90 plus theta. Third quadrant 270 minus theta. Fourth quadrant 270 plus theta. Now I want to write it for a second quadrant angle, like sine 90 plus theta, cos 90 plus theta, tan 90 plus theta, cot 90 plus theta, sec 90 plus theta, and cosec 90 plus theta. So as per the rule number 1, whenever you have angle in any of these 4 format, sine will be converted to cos, so it will be cos theta. Cos will be converted to sine. Tan will be converted to cot. Cot will be converted to tan. Sec will be converted to cosec. Cosec will be converted to sec theta. That is rule number 1. Now what is rule number 2? Rule number 2 is sine will be as per the quadrant. What is rule number 2? Sine will be as per the quadrant. Now you have to see this angle, 90 plus theta. Which angle? 90 plus theta. So it is second quadrant. In second quadrant, which functions are positive? S for all STC, sine and cosec. Sine is positive and cosec is positive. So sine is positive, so we will write plus here, and we will write plus. Rest all 4 are negative. Isn't it very easy? So now you have studied 12 new formula. 6 for first quadrant, 6 for second quadrant. Now it is the turn of the third quadrant. That is sine 270 minus theta, cos 270 minus theta, tan 270 minus theta, cot 270 minus theta, sec 270 minus theta, and cosec 270 minus theta. So you all know that this is third quadrant. As for rule number 1, sine will be cos, cos will be sine, tan will be cot, cot will be tan, sec will be cosec, cosec will be sec theta. Now we know that as per the rule number 2, tan is positive and cot is positive. So we'll be having plus sign here and plus sign here. Remember, we have to see angle for the deciding of a quadrant of left side only, not of right side. Right side will be having acute angle only. And to decide the sign, we'll see left hand side function only. So you can see that it is negative, it is negative, it is negative, it is negative. It means sine 270 minus theta is minus cos theta. Okay. So now 6 more. So 6 plus 6 plus 6. Total 18. 2 rules. If you have angle represented by 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta, then sine will be converted to cos, cos will be converted to sine. That is a conversion. Cos to sine, sine to cos, tan to cot, cot to tan, sec to cosec, cosec to sec. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2. Sine will be as per the quadrant. To decide the sine, you should know all STC. All, that is for first quadrant. S, that is sine and cosec. T for tan and cot. All ST. C, last C for cos and sec. So let me write the next 6 formula. You can even write 270 plus theta, cos 270 plus theta. I'll explain application also. Wait, within few lectures, you will be very comfortable. Tan 270 plus theta, cot 270 plus theta, sec 270 plus theta, and cosec 270 plus theta. Now we know rule number 1, sine to cos, cos to sine, tan to cot, cot to tan, sec to cosec, and cosec to sec theta. Fine, everybody? Now this is for fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos is plus, positive, and reciprocal of cos, that is sec, is positive. So we have positive sign here and here. It means negative sign for this, 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 and this. So now you have 24 new formulas. Isn't it easy? Any fifth standard student can do it. Only thing is they should be aware about basic rules. Okay, do very good practice at home. More practice will make you more comfortable. Let me explain application. So before going for an application, you should know the value table that you studied in 10 standard, that 0, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree for sine, cos, tan, then reciprocal. You all are aware. Sine 0 is 0, that is 1 by 2, this is 1 by root 2, this is root 3 by 2, this is 1. You should know it. Then for cos, in a reverse order. So 1 comes first, root 3 by 2 comes second, 1 by root 2 comes third, 1 by 2 and 0. Tan is sine upon cos, so 0 by 1 is 0. This will be 1 by root 3. This is 1, this is root 3, and this is 1 by 0, that is indefinite. Sorry, infinite. Is it fine? Then same way cos, sec, and cot. You know all this. This is very important value table. So if you have forgotten it, do practice, be comfortable with this. Now, how to use it? Suppose I want to find sine 120 degree. Now, sine 120 degree can be written as sine 90 plus 30. Now, sine will be cos, so it will be cos 30. This is second quadrant, 90 plus 30. In second quadrant, sine is plus, so cos is also plus. So it is cos 30, that is root 3 by 2. So what is value of sine 120? Root 3 by 2. Okay. Suppose I want to find 10 225. So it can be written as 10 270 minus 45. 225 can be written as 270 minus 45. What you have to do? You have to represent given angle as either 90 plus or 90 minus theta, or 270 plus or 270 minus theta, in such a way that the second angle must be acute. It must be less than 90 degree. So as per the rule, tan will be converted to cot. It is which quadrant? Third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan is plus, so this is plus. What is cot 45? That is 1. But suppose I wish to find cos 225. I can write cos 225 as a 270 minus 45. So cos will be sine. Which quadrant? Third quadrant. Third quadrant. In third quadrant, only tan and cot are positive. It means cos is negative. So this will be minus, and sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So answer will be minus 1 by root 2. Is it okay? So this is how you will use it. Do very good practice. Be comfortable. Fine. Once you do it, you need not to do it again and again. Remember, if you are not doing it properly right now, you have to do it many times. So do it thoroughly once. If required, write down all the formula. We have studied 24 new formula today. And not difficult. We can discuss proof also, but this is not required at this moment for you. Remember, physics subject is not a difficult subject, but it is difficult only for those who are finding basic mathematics very difficult. So students are not spending good time at home. That is why they are finding it difficult during 2 years of study. Okay. So what you have studied so far, all STC. I hope it is clear. All STC. Then you have studied angle 90 plus theta, 90 minus theta, 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta. Let horizontal line as a x-axis, vertical line as a y-axis. Fine. We know this angle. is a 90, this angle is a 180, this angle is a 270, and this is as a 360. Now 24 more new formula, and I'm very sure you will be very comfortable. Let us assume theta is an acute angle. Theta is an acute angle. So any angle in a second quadrant can be represented by 180 minus theta. For example, I want to represent 120 degree. So can I write it as a 180 minus 60 degree? Yes, of course. Now third quadrant, angle can be represented by 180 plus theta. Like I want to represent 200. I can write 180 plus 20. Remember, this entire angle is a 360 degree. So this angle in fourth quadrant can be represented by 360 minus theta. An angle in first quadrant can be represented by 360 plus theta. Now remember one thing. Suppose this angle is 45. Suppose. Then when you come back and if you measure this angle, one complete circle, that is 360 plus 45, which is same as 40. Why, how, why are we adding 360? That we'll study at a later level, remember, when we start studying unit circle concept. But right now you need not to worry about it. You just need to understand, can we represent it or not? The answer is yes. Now see, we have four new angles. 360 plus theta, that is first quadrant. 180 minus theta, that is second quadrant. 180 plus theta, that is third quadrant. 360 minus theta, that is fourth quadrant. Understood? Now suppose you have angle in any of these four angle format. Like in previous one we had 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta. But suppose we have angle in any of these four angle format. For example, 360 plus theta, 360 minus theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta. Okay? Then in that case, again there are two rules. Rule number one, no conversion. What it means? No conversion means sine will remain sine, cos will remain cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec, cosec. And rule number two is same as rule number two of a previous one. That is sine will be as per the quadrant. That is all STC. All STC. If you have angle in any of this angle format, that is 180 plus or minus theta or 360 plus or minus theta, there is no conversion. If it is in a form of 90 plus or minus theta or 270 plus or minus theta, there is a conversion. And rule number two is common for both. Let us understand it. Again, there will be 24 new formula by using these two rules only. See the magic of rules and understand it. Suppose you have, I'm writing right now for second quadrant, 180 minus theta. Sine 180 minus theta means it is in second quadrant, no conversion, so sine will be sine. And in second quadrant, as per all STC, sine is positive, so this will be positive. But if it is cos 180 minus theta, then again there is no conversion, sorry. So cos will be cos, cos will be cos, and in second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive. This cos is negative, so there is a negative sign here. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, so 6 for each quadrant. So there will be totally 24 for the 90 plus or minus theta and 270 plus or minus theta, and 24 for 180 plus or minus theta and 360 plus or minus theta. For example, suppose I want to write sine 360 plus theta. Which quadrant? First quadrant 360, that is one complete circle plus acute angle. First quadrant, no conversion, so it will be sine theta only. In first quadrant, all are positive, so this will be positive. But suppose we have sine 360 minus theta. So there is no conversion, so sine will be sine. In fourth quadrant, sine is negative. It is negative sine. Agreed, everybody? Now, as a homework, you have to write 24 plus this 24. 48 formula to understand the basic thing. Right?